Hi everyone, this is Marissa with Enchanted Ramblings, and we are setting up the next week in my 90s Girl Planner. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Marissa. I have been working on this 90s Girl bullet journal planner for the month of February 2022. And this week we are putting together our spread for the week that has Valentine's Day in it, as well as some other Goddess holy days. So this month I'm in an A5 dot grid from Archer and Olive. This is one of their vegan leather covers with a coffee cup. I know these went super fast. They had to do a reprint even because people loved them so much. And I've been hoarding it, so I figure now is the time to actually use it. If you haven't seen how I do my weekly setups before, I always start with a divination. I've already pulled my 3 cards for the week here. This week I decided to use the Muse Tarot from Chris Ann. This is a beautiful, beautiful deck. I love all of the decks that Chris Ann does. Usually I draw with the Light Seers Tarot. For my annual reading, I use that in conjunction with her Sacred Creators Oracle. But this week I wanted to use some of the imagery from the Muse because it's just stunning. So I drew Strength, the Lovers, and the Wheel, which I felt was kind of weirdly apropos for the week of Valentine's Day, and not that we celebrate Valentine's Day very much, but it is kind of fun just to see how things correlate and correspond over the course of time. So I used my little mini photo printer and I printed out the cards already and just cut them out to little individual sizes because there are longer affirmations that go with these particular cards in the little booklet that comes with them. And that's what I like to put into my weekly spreads for my weekly divination. Also, the backs of these cards are stunning. The other page usually is my holy days. I pull these from the Goddess calendar on Mother House the Goddess. I've got them all stuck on a sticky note for each week so that I can make sure I'm putting the right days in the right week. And then we'll do a weekly layout and then my weekly editorial schedule as well. And it's been working really well for me this month to kind of condense things down a little bit. I did have an extra social media planner that was kind of earmarked to do the whole year, and it's the second week of February and I still haven't set it up. So I'm guessing that probably isn't working so great for me, but having the monthly schedules and then the weekly breakdowns works really well. And so I'll probably just continue doing that and just put the other planner in a bin for next year. It's undated, so I can use it whenever I need to, but this way I have them all together. And then I do have daily pages that I do for my task management every week. So we'll get those set up this week as well. And then my weekly review and my notes pages, I just like to decorate those ahead of time. The other thing that I wanted to take care of today is updating my TBR list, because somewhere back here we go. I have actually read several of the books on my February TBR list, and I need to update the pictures with my ones that I've completed of my actually read as well. So I'll go through, and I have the little covers printed out. I usually tuck them at the front over here, see my little pocket. So we'll get them all pulled out, laid out, and we'll update this list at the same time. So let's get started with our divination page. Okay, so I'm going to see here. I picked out some washies that kind of fit this color themed this week. This one is a bow tab tape from Lauren Phelps Designs. This one is from Simply Gilded. Don't even know which brand or which set this is from, but it's got roses and like these really pretty paisley hearts on it. This one is from Rose Colored Days. It's like a pale purple and holographic leopard print almost. This one is from the Honey Bee Shop, and it's the hot pink bat bows. And then this one is from Vividly Ronnie, and I loved the coloration of the ombre with the little stars. So I kind of was playing with the idea of maybe utilizing these two on this page because they fit together kind of nicely. And I want to do something a little bit different than today. I think I'm going to take this one and go down the centers. Maybe I do on either side. Haven't fully decided, so I'm just going to kind of play with it and see how it goes. So for my divination for the week, I write the kind of short affirmation or keywords or something based on what is in the book that comes with the deck, and that way I have something to reflect back on. So for the strength card for this one, it says, fierce serenity, a grateful nod to the beast, to the fear, to the night. A rooted calm, she claims her power, toward the wind, toward the world, toward her light. So I just have that kind of in mind when I'm going through my week. You can tell I had some issues with my green pen here, didn't really want to go down on the page. So next I'm going to be doing my Holy Days layout. And this week I printed out ahead of time an image of Lalita Devi because this is the week of her Jayanti. So, and then there's also a full moon in Leo. So if I have room somewhere on this page, we may slide that one in. Maybe like that. That actually looks really nice. So I'm going to just do that now. Okay, so I've got all my holy days written out. I subscribe to Chani Nicholas's app on my phone. So when I get the horoscope, I'll read through it. And if there's any keywords or anything that jumps out at me, I'll scribble those in at the end here next to my lovely lion picture. I'm going to let that sit for just a second because this glitter pen, which is fabulous. This is a hybrid dual metallic from something. Can't find the brand name on it, but I will link it down below. I bought this one on Jet Pens. I'll see if I can find it somewhere else also, but this one takes a little bit of time to set and dry, whereas the gel pens I used on this side, which are the KZ LeMay Pilot erasable glitter gel pens. Of course, I had to get those. Those dry really fast, whereas this one takes a second to sit. For my weekly spread, I wanted to really kind of utilize some of the things that I've had sitting around for a while too. I've got these picture frame stickers. These are from Mrs. Grossman's like ages ago. Like it was probably in the late 90s when we got them. But as you can see, I have quite a few of them and they have a couple different options and color schemes and things like that. So I'm thinking about possibly using some of these as my boxes instead of drawing them out. Same with these ones, they're the frames. These ones are all the same. So I've got some options there. I also have, these out of the way. My functional stickers. Go. I also have these really cute fold over stickers from Mother, Me, and I. These ones look like little Polly Pockets. These ones are Sweet Valley High books. And then I have some of these cute little like 90s toys. So I really want to use some of those in the spread. I have these printables from Planner Anonymous. I've got the little girl already kind of cut out here with the headphones and the baggy cargo jeans. Like this was us, totally, yeah. And then I've got the little roller skater girl and then the little preppy girl and her little chibi versions as well. So I haven't quite decided if I want to use them on this spread or not, but I have those available. I have some more beautiful stickers from Procrastiplanner. These ones are floral hearts. They came in the 2-year anniversary box. I have some color swashes from Hooky Bear Cuties, more functionals. And then I have some cute like deco stickers from Coco Daisy for Valentine's Day and some just adorable little things here. I haven't really fully, I don't know. I don't think I want to do my whole week in Valentine's Day. I kind of like these little bears, but I don't think I want to do the whole week in Valentine's Day. And I may just use these to decorate my daily layouts this week. Same, I've got some journal cards, I've got some pretty papers, but I think I'm leaning more towards the bright colors and the florals. I also dug out my dot grid notepad from Archer and Olive. So this one's the rainbow one. It's got different colors throughout the whole thing. And I love this purple and this blue color for going with these colors as well, because you can see that's kind of in the same color scheme. So we may end up using some of those. Actually thinking I want to take a couple of them out. These pages are perforated, but they're not super easy to get out when they're in the middle of the book. So we'll see how well this goes. So these are all kind of quasi separate pieces. Like this outline with the kind of swoopy pattern is separated from this internal frame where the green starts. like this. And that is separate even from the little pink one that's in the middle here. So I'm gonna set that aside for a second. I can actually peel these apart separately from one another and have like a whole frame to work within. This is kind of a small amount of space for me to write my stuff in every day, but I kind of like the way that this looks, even without the rest of the frame on the inside. So let's just I think if I put it up here, I can kind of align it with the dot grid in the corner here so that I know I'm putting them down straight. Yeah, like that. I don't want to put too many of them on the page. I think they'll get a little busy, but if we do another one of these, could even go different direction. And then these have the same concept where this is actually 4 separate frames and then the center. I just don't think those quite fit with what I'm looking for here. So let's grab this is how we're going to do this. So I've got the yellow up here, so I'm going to put a yellow box down here just to kind of pull the color down. Get this out of my way. And then I'll take the purple and do the same thing up here. And then that gives me that. That gives me 4 boxes on that page. And then I have room in the center here. And then I can reverse it on this side, or I could mirror it. So to put one of these here, put the yellow on that side, and then the purple paper over here with the yellow frame that way. Actually, I think I'm going to do it this way. I'm going to take this one, and instead of going in the same direction here, I'm going to put it lengthwise on this side so that it's kind of mirrored, but not exactly the same. And that gives me a little bit of difference when I'm looking at it on the page. Oops. Okay, you gotta hand it to Mrs. Grossman's stickers, guys. These are still sticky and they still go down really nicely, even after I know for a fact that these are at least 15 years old. Yeah, these came out in 2001, so they're 20 plus years old. I like it better on that side there too. Okay, so then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 dots across. And I'll have a pencil here. I think I want that to go like that so that it also matches into the corner. So I'm just going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 dots across there. And that'll take me right up to this line here. And then it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 squares high. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Just so I can kind of see how big my little box needs to be to cut out. And that way I can kind of layer it into the corner here up against the edge of the page. It gives me a little bit of white space between the frame and the paper, but it still works well for what I need. And of course I picked it up and then I forgot to check. Okay, this is the back. And I'm just going to kind of repeat the same process for the 2 purple boxes across the top. All right, so now that I have my layout kind of built out, I put a couple of those little bears on there. I thought they were cute. I think I'm gonna put the little bear butt on this side. If I can get it to peel up off the page. There we go. Maybe we do a little bear butt right there. So I did put down my meal plan sticker. I've got kind of the boxes all laid out. And now it's time to put in my appointments and schedules, and then we can finish decorating around it. So I have all of my kind of, not all of, but a good chunk of my like functional stickers and things like that here. And I'm gonna just start by putting my dates and things on the calendars and kind of go from there. So I have my days and everything written in. I've got a work from home day on Wednesday. The Heart Breathings Writing Community Writing Retreat, this starts this coming weekend. So I wrote those on my days. And then we have a program starting at work that is on Tuesdays and Thursdays. I am going to put that one there. This one's over here. There we go. So I do like using these little hearts for when there's a new Sarah Cannon video, or if there's like a coffee chat, which in this case, there's probably both. And then I definitely need to clean the Keurig on Sunday. And then Thursday, we have both trash and recycling going out. Sometimes it's just one, but this week is both. So I'm going to use both of these just to remind myself. Well, mostly just to remind Colin. And then I have these little stickers that I use when I'm marking down closings on my calendar. And I have one on Tuesday. And I have one on Wednesday. And then I'll write the dates in, or the addresses rather. And then I pull cards on my Saturdays for the week coming up. And then I have these writing retreat stickers. So I'm going to use one of them here next to my little doodle bear. And then this little icon for Valentine's Day from Procrastiplanner is going to look super cute right there. I'm going to put write in on my Saturday as well, even though it's technically still part of the writing retreat. The writing retreat runs Friday, Saturday, Sunday, but I'll actually make it a point to go to one of their live write-ins and do their writing sprints with the group. And then I decided this week that I'm actually filming on Wednesday. Typically I do that on Fridays or Saturdays, but I'm going to have a little bit more time Wednesday evening. So I'm going to film on Saturday or Wednesday instead. Okay, so I haven't quite filled in everything yet. I will continue to add to this as the week progresses. I might use one of these. Let's look and see. Yeah, none of those really fit. But this little this little cupcake with the hearts would look really cute over here too. And if I ask her, I know she's going to say she wants bundt cakes for Valentine's Day. So I'm going to see if I can find a nice quote here and maybe letter it in or print it out and put it in. But for the most part, I'm just going to leave that open right now and kind of build on it as I need to. The next page is my editorial calendar. I'm going to do this one off camera just because it takes a long time to draw all the little boxes. And then I will show you the finished result. Here's the finished spread. I did decide to add just a little bit of deco to this page, mostly just so I could use the really cute things. I've got the banner up here with the, it's hard to see because it's a sparkle pen, but with the weeks, the dates for the week. This one's a little paper clip from Pen Gems, and I love them. I have a bunch of them in different colors, but I thought this purpley pink one kind of matched the color scheme. And then this was one of those printables, and I just kind of cut her out a little bit closer to the edge and then glued her in. And then this one's the Babysitters Club fold over, and I have an idea for a video for kind of like a throwback Thursday books you loved when you were a teenager kind of thing. So I kind of wanted to leave some open. Obviously, I fill it in as time goes on because this is where I plan out my social media for the week. And it's a lot more functional than a lot like this spread, for example. This is fun and colorful, but this is really where the function happens. So then I'd have all my daily pages, and these I will set up later. I typically do these the night before, and then I just kind of carry things forward. For our weekly review pages, though, thinking I would use more of these kind of the glitter heart banners from Pookie Bear Cuties because they're really, really cute. And I like this bright pink color, and then maybe this like kind of dusty purple. I thought this would be fun just to kind of put right across the top, maybe sort of centered on the page. If you've seen any of my other weekly videos, you know that I usually use the Getting Things Done methodology for my weekly reviews, as well as some questions from the HB90 method. I have actually made myself a little card, and it's waiting in the pile like over there off the screen to be laminated. So I'm going to actually have a process card set up for my weekly reviews and just laminate it, and then I can tuck it in between the pages, or I can just leave it on my desk if I need it, but that way I don't have to keep writing it every single week. So I will use that when I sit down to do my weekly review at the end of this week. The other piece we need to update is my TBR page. So for this one, I finished reading Sharpest Edge by Alessa Thorne, which you can see over here. I finished reading The Witch's Guide to Manifestation by Mystic Dylan, which again, you can see over here. And I have actually finished reading The Reckoning, which is the third Zodiac Academy book. So let me find a pen here. And I will just mark that off as well. So what I have to do now is get my little book cover images. And so I printed out ahead of time the book covers for the books that are actually on my TBR list. And you can see that none of these ones are making it onto my actually read page because I haven't finished any of them yet. So once I finish these, I will put them on this page properly. But until then, I just have them kind of sitting by the wayside. And I usually just tuck these into that front pocket up here so that I have them when the time comes. And then these ones I printed out earlier so that I'd have them, and they're a little bit different size, but that's okay. I feel like this page is going to get very full very quickly. So I'm just going to tack these down in the order that I read them, which is actually, yeah, no, that's in the order I read them. Okay. Now, I did get asked a question about how this compares with my reading journal. I did a whole walkthrough video, which I will link in the description box below, with my reading journal setup video, kind of not setting it up on camera, but like how I have it currently set up. And what I've been doing is using that to kind of track more than just what's happening in any given month, but to track over the course of the whole year. So this is really just the snapshot of this month what I'm reading, what I wanted to read, or what I had told myself I was going to read, and just kind of seeing how they vary month over month. I do know that I am about 30% of the way through the next Vampire King Bloodfire Saga book by Bella Klaus. So that one can go over here when it's done. And these two down at the bottom here, Once Upon a Bite and The Altar Within, neither of those have actually come out yet as of the time of filming this. So when I get them, I will probably inhale them. Definitely Once Upon a Bite is an anthology of short stories. That one's going to be super fun. I've got that one pre-ordered on my Kindle. And then The Altar Within by Juliet Diaz. It doesn't come out till closer to the end of the month, but I do have that one pre-ordered in hardcover. So I've been making notes as I go through when I'm putting together my monthly list. If I have a book that's coming out that month that I really want to read the month it comes out, I mark down when it's coming out and how I have it pre-ordered, so I can pay attention to how I'm reading, what formats I'm reading, that kind of thing as well. And all of that information also gets logged in my book journal so that I can see patterns and things like that over the course of the year. I've been reading a lot on my Kindle the last few weeks because it's easy to kind of blow through Kindle books. And if I'm laying on my side, I don't have that pain of like this heavy book, like, falling flat on my face when I inevitably fall asleep. So I do read a lot in bed, which makes my Kindle a lot easier to manage. So this is all up to date now for the current reading list. I did finish The Reckoning from the Zodiac Academy series, and then I went back and I read The Awakening from the boys' perspective, which was really kind of cool and enlightening. I will say there's definitely some trigger warnings going there. If you are if you have faint of heart, maybe skip this whole series. This whole series is kind of rough emotionally, but it's really good. And I've been loving the characters, and I'm trying to slow myself down a little bit. I'm going to start reading some of the tie-in series that go into that same world, just because I know that book 7 is going to wreck me, because everyone who's read it has said the last 10% of this book is going to just wreck you emotionally. You're not going to be able to make it through. So I've got that kind of pending doom hanging over my head. So I've been slowing down a little bit on reading this series because I want to keep reading it, and I love the writing, and I love the characters, and I love the world, but I also don't think I'm emotionally prepared for whatever book 7 has in store. And since book 8 hasn't even been announced yet, I'm hesitant to really push through to the end of it until I know when that one's going to come out, so I have some resolution on the horizon. Instead, what I did was I picked up the Fae Universe, the Wrath of the Fae series from Alessa Thorne, because I really love The Sharpest Edge and her Magic and Mercenaries series. So I wanted to kind of see how I liked her other one of her other series. She has a few of them that are on my TBR list. I will say it's definitely a little bit of a flavor change. Going from like Zodiac Academy straight into Kiss of the Blood Prince. These books are infinitely longer, but this one is a lot easier to digest emotionally and to process. So it was kind of a nice change to go from one to the next, but it is a little bit of a stark difference. So yeah. I am also going to be doing a whole wrap-up video for all the books that I read in January, and I know that this is going to come in handy when I get down to that point, because I'll be looking at the books I read in January and seeing what themes carried over into February. So that is it for my weekly setup. We've gotten through updating my TBR page. We did my editorial schedule. I'm setting up my weekly layout, which is just so cute. I'm going to have fun with this one. I know the ink is a little hard to see on the page in the camera, but they are very like vibrant on the page itself. Yeah, I don't think you can see it clearly, but that's going to be fun. And I love how this turned out. This is just, honestly, this is probably one of the prettiest divination holy day spreads I've done in a while, and I really love that. So thank you so much for tuning in. I can't wait to see you next week when we start doing our Lisa Frank week, which I have so many fun stickers for that. I'm really excited to set that week up as well. And then I will be back again after that with my January wrap up for my reading list. As always, if you like this video, please like it, subscribe, hit the little bell for notifications, leave a comment down below if there's something specific that you want to see. I have some ideas, but if you're looking for something kind of niche, let me know. I'm always happy to kind of investigate some new video ideas. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. And as always, I will see you all later. Bye.